Welcome to the second video where I introduce some of the motorcycles that are in my garage. And this one is particularly close to my heart. This is my 2016 Ducati Monster 821. Now, as you'll find out as we go through the videos, my motorcycle history, initially in the 90s when I passed my test, I got into motorcycles. I really loved the blue and white Suzukis. I had a RGV 250, a GS6R 750, and also a RG 500 Gamma, which was a lot of fun and thing. But then, you know, I got older, got married, had a family, kids and so forth, and motorcycling became part of my youth. When I got back into motorcycling, in older, I had some money and I could afford the Ducati. I've always loved Ducatis. I have a big thing for Italian design, and so I was in a position to be able to afford a Ducati, and this was the motorcycle that I bought when I got back into motorcycling. So I bought it new, technically. It was a demo bike from Moto Rapido in Winchester, and I purchased it from them with I think about 1,000 miles on it, of which I've now done 26,000, I believe it is, on this motorcycle, and I love it. So here she is. As I said before, she's an 821 Ducati Monster. The last real true kind of variant with the trellis frame. It was not a full trellis frame, just around the headstock here, but nonetheless a key ingredient as far as I'm concerned as to what makes a monster a monster. It does have the water-cooled engine, however, the Testa Stressor engine, and not the original air-cooled version that we saw on the original bikes. This is the Stripe model, which does come with adjustable suspension, so it's got slightly upgraded forks over the standard one. It does come standard with, of course, the Stripe, the bikini fairing, and the tail unit. But essentially, this is a beautiful motorcycle. It is where I live here, which is in the East Sussex and Kent part of England. To be honest, this is about the most perfect street motorcycle that I could wish for. It has 112 horsepower, which means it's plenty fast enough for the roads around here. There's no one's going to lose you on the roads around here. Then on top of that, you've got certain other things. So it's comfortable. You know, it's a good blend between sports bike, you know, outright sports agility, but also comfort. You're sitting up a little bit, and you know, it is still a little bit wristy, but not too crazy. So it can be done. I've ridden it long distances before. I've taken it up to Manchester and so forth, where it is a bit blustery on the motorways. It's still a relatively comfortable machine. Now, it also has a few interesting bits and features to it. So as I turn it on here, you'll see that we have 3 rider modes. So this comes with Sport, comes with Touring, and Urban. Sport is full power, you know, relatively instant throttle response. Touring is still full power, but lessens the throttle response, and then Urban drops you down to 75 horsepower, you know, essentially the wet mode, I suppose, the rain mode of the motorcycle. Also of interest, and Ducati does not have, you know, the great renown of designing its motorcycles around usage and features for comfort. It's all around design and sports. This does have an interesting thing under the seat. So you put the key in here, you can open the seat, and out it comes. Now, if we take the seat off here, we will notice this bar here. Now, that bar you can just pull out and put into the lower section there, and then on the seat, which I have here, there are 2 pegs. You take those off and you immediately lower the seat by, I think it's about 20 millimeters or 16 millimeters, so you can reduce the seat height. The other thing that I love about this, certainly when it comes to touring, is it has built-in seat hooks. So you can pull these 4 seat hooks out here, if I can do it whilst holding the phone, twiddle them around like so, and you've got catches or hooks rather, which you can then attach your bag to, and that is a nice little feature. Okay, so that's a little bit about bike number 2 in the garage. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's go take her for a ride, and then you can hear and see her in all her glory. Until the next time, enjoy the ride and stay safe out there.